So I never imagined that a virtual sister to me would agree to come to Memphis to spend the High Holy Days. She also happens to be so renowned and loved in the world of Jewish music that not just cantors, but professional musicians smile whenever they hear her name. As Rabbi Bowman shared at the outset, it's thrilling to report that Cantor Patti Linsky will be joining your rabbis for the upcoming High Holy Days. Jewish families and individuals flock just to hear her, to be inspired by Patti, from the congregation from which she retired to Jews of all denominations from coast to coast. She is one of the prides of the Reform movement globally, vocally, and relationally. It's not just her intellect or her soul or her voice, it's her versatility, all musical genres. There's a website, www.pattylinsky.com, where you can read her bio if you want, PATTILINSKY.com. But even the accolades on that website from Jewish figures and luminaries in California do not do her justice. With Patti, and I'll stop, I promise. With Patti, it's about being present. It's about always growing. And it's about understanding music and poetry as the bridge to Jewish spirituality. Since her arrival yesterday, I've introduced Patti to some of the leading musical lights in the city who are already smitten. One even texted me, I won't drop names, but the authenticity of this gem is what he wrote. And Rabbi Bowman and I have spent 10 hours visiting and visioning with Patti a Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur that only you and we in Memphis and those who come here will have the gift of experiencing. I don't use the term loosely. It's my pleasure to reintroduce for tonight's Devar Torah the incomparable Cantor Patti Linsky.
Thank you and good night. I can't even. Really? There have been many times, and in California we don't use these. Okay, many times when your Rabbi Greenstein has broken me open, and he has that ability to do this. With your heart and your soul and your brilliant mind, you challenge me as your soul sister and dear friend to be a better person, and for that I cannot thank you enough. And now to meet Rabbi Bauman, who is this shining light, and I feel like we've known each other for such a long time because we have shorthand between each other, and it's a gift, and I can't wait to work with each of you and both of you on the High Holy Days. I am so honored to be here with you this evening. I was walking in with Paula tonight, and she asked me, is this your first time here? And I said, no, the first time was with Rabbi Greenstein's installation. And that was the first time I was here. So how many years ago was that? 23 or 4, and I have not aged. When I was Facebooked by Rabbi Greenstein to consider coming here, my mind went all over the place, obviously, and basically to the first place of gratitude, which is a place where I try to live as much as I can. Gratitude for the opportunity to even be thought of sharing the space and being on this team of this wonderful congregation, but also gratitude for being able to trust the things I can't see, to trust that this was being presented as an opportunity for me, and I didn't know why, and I didn't have to control it. And I think about our Torah portion for this week, Chukat, and I think of Miriam. And Miriam's presence has been, she's been like the baseline of my life in many different ways, in many different shapes and forms. And so I thought tonight, when I was asked by the rabbis to do a little Devar Torah and sermonette in song, that what I would talk about would be about Miriam and about her lessons and about, here are two beautiful young girls tomorrow, Benot Mitzvah, who I believe are going to talk a little bit about her, because girls rock. And Miriam was a complicated woman. And the lessons that she taught have been for me an ongoing theme. So I resonate to her. I resonate to her struggle. It's not just about her dancing across the Red Sea with her timbrels and saying, woohoo, we made it. It's about her being afraid. And it's about her being vulnerable. And in life, we know that things break apart and things get put together. And then they break apart again, and then they get put together. And it's up to us as to how we'd like to respond to that. I came across a poem many, many years ago by Rabbi Ruth Sohn that I'd like to share with you this evening. I'm going to read a little bit, and I'm going to sing a little bit, and then I'm going to sit down. And then we're going to get back to the service. And I also noticed our melodies are a little bit different. I don't know if that's a West Coast, East Coast thing, but the bottom line is, like we were talking about at the beginning of the service, is it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what as much as it matters that. And so, to hear your voices and to hear your souls, your neshamot rise up is just so beautiful to experience. So this poem was set to music by Andrea Jill Higgins, who's a composer in Phoenix. And when I read the poem, I wept. And I'm not expecting you all to weep and to lose it, but if you want to, you may. I just would like you to sort of envision yourself at a precipice, at a time in your life where you're standing at the edge of something, and it's like God has closed one door and is getting ready to open another door, but you're in the hallway, and sometimes it's not so easy in the hallway. And this is what I got from this poem. The poem is called I, Miriam. I, Miriam, stand at the sea and turn to face the desert, stretching endless and still. My eyes are dazzled, the sky brilliant blue, sunburnt sands unyielding white. My hands turn to dove wings, and I want to sing the song rising inside of me. My mouth opens. I stop. Where are the words? Where is the melody? In a moment of panic, my eyes go blind. Can I take a step without knowing a destination? Will I falter? Will I fall? Will the ground sink away from under me? The song still unformed. How can I sing? To take the first step. To sing a new song is to close one's eyes and dive into unknown waters. For a moment, knowing nothing, risking all. But then to discover the waters are friendly, the ground is firm, and the song rises once again. Out of my mouth come words lifting the wind, and I hear, for the first time, the song that has been in my heart, silent, unknown, even to me. There are many opportunities within each day to be Miriam, to be in a situation and wonder how it's going to turn out, to wonder if what we said to our kids was the right thing, to make a promise to someone that we can't keep, to be able to be authentic, vulnerable, scared, honest, human, to be human. This is what Judaism brings into my life. The opportunity to be human. To be that imperfectly perfect, still small voice that can allow for imperfections and mistakes and forgive myself. When we forgive ourselves, everything opens. And it's so hard to say those words, "Will you please forgive me? I am so sorry." And yet, in the Yamim Noraim, when we travel in a few months together on this journey of the High Holy Days, that's exactly what we're going to be asked to do. To forgive ourselves, to forgive others. To travel on this path, to become travelers in time. And who will we take as our partner? You know, I have a wonderful friend, and she gave this great analogy the other day. I was talking with her, and she said, you know, God is here for me. She said this. God is up here. When I'm like up here with God, everything's cool. Everything's simple, it's easy, it's no big deal. When I start to trickle away and I start to move away, then this is what happens. Poof. And life changes, and life is not as sacred. And I think what she was trying to say was, it doesn't matter if you believe necessarily, as if you know that you're partnered with something that's bigger than you. It could be a tree, it could be the sky, it could be Miriam, it could be your clicker, it could be Candy Crush, maybe not. But something that helps us move through times that we can't do on our own. And so this poem, this Miriam poem, talks to me of hope. It talks to me of belief in the things she couldn't see. She didn't know if she'd be swallowed up. We don't know. We feel like, I don't know about you, but if you've had an overwhelming week and it feels like you're going to be swallowed up, Shabbat is that respite and that amazing time for us to come together and to use our voices, to find our voices, to be able to share in that resonance that comes from our hearts and our souls. So I'd like to share 2 songs with you. One is an original song called Travelers in Time. I wrote a long time ago. I wrote it after my cousin Carol passed away, and I wasn't believing in anything because she was taken young from cancer. And this song came out in 20 minutes. I don't know from where. It doesn't matter from where. It just matters that I was shown how to be a vessel and move it through. So this is a song for you. For all of us. It becomes a simple journey when the light shines from within, when trust is not an issue as the perfect faith begins, when the loudest sound of silence echoes through my truest dreams, and the essence of your being helps me know what it all means. Here we are, travelers in time, brought together in a world where hearts and souls combine. When I open my It's the absolute acceptance and the truest sense of you that enables me to take a breath and do the things I do. As my partner and my confidant, my mentor and my friend, it's enough to know I'm not alone and you're with me till the end. Here we are, travelers in time, brought together in a world where hearts and souls combine. When I open myself to you, it all gets crystal clear. Your love's the reason why I'm here. When I start to wonder why, when I start to doubt, when the answers aren't clear and I can't sort it out, I let go of the fear inside and I fill myself with you. And pretty soon my dreams are coming true. If I had to write a story of when my world began, of the moment when I realized the beauty of its plan, every vision of perfection would be captured endlessly, for it is the special secret shared by only you and me. Here we are, travelers in time, brought together in a world where hearts and souls combine. When I open myself to you, it all gets crystal clear. Your love is the reason why I'm here. Your love is the reason why I'm here. Do we have time for one more?
Sure, we'll cut out my part. Do
No,
one
you know
more.
what? I'm good.
I'm just kidding.
No, you're not.
Yeah, one more. One more, and then announcements and close. We're just, you took us on a journey. Keep taking us there. One more.
Okay.
What is it?
I don't know yet. I was going to do one thing and I might do another.
Okay,
Okay, I'm going to do the other.
do it.
Okay, so I'm so happy. I have children. I have a son who's 20 and a daughter who's 15. And when my son was little, this is in honor of the bat mitzvah girls. When my son was little, around 3, I was putting him to bed. And I said, honey, what do you see in my eyes? And he said, Mommy, I see so much love. No love is missing. I said, oh, honey, that's so sweet. That touches my heart. Can you hold on for just a second? And I ran to the piano. And this is what happened next. Can it be time goes so fast? Want to take each second now and make it last. Grown so tall, eyes so wide. I'm looking deep within them, and what I see inside tells me how strong you've become. Thoughts of your own, you've traveled so far, and the journey that you're reaching for your goal, you'll become all that you dare. The more that you try and doing things with care, just smell the flowers along the way. Feel the wind in your face. Take the time to giggle and spend with a friend. Feel loving arms around you, a love that has no end. When the evening comes and you've had a great day, and it's your kepi that I'm kissing, close your eyes, go to sleep.